Hi, I'm Miss Noel. Today we're going to talk about capillary action. So here I have a bucket of water. If I pour this water out, you all know what's going to happen, right? It'll go all over the counter, or it'll go on the floor. Right now, I want it to go in this bowl. That's exactly what I suspected would happen. Our force of gravity is causing the liquid molecules in the water to pull toward the earth. That's what gravity does. Well, that's wonderful if we want the water close to the earth. But what happens when we want the water to go away from the earth? What happens when we need the water to move, say, into the branches and leaves of a gigantic tree? Well, that's when we depend on something called capillary action. So capillary action is when liquid molecules are very attracted to solid molecules in a very narrow space. This is extremely useful for moving water from the ground up away from the earth into the air. Let me demonstrate. If we have a piece of celery, it's a plant. Celery is full of little tiny tubes that help the plant get water from the ground when it rains up through the plant to the leaves, which I've cut off. But you know what celery looks like. The tubes go this way and they help the plant get water. Well, what we can do is demonstrate capillary action by putting the celery in some colored water. Here I have blue colored water. I'm going to cut the end off of the celery so that the tubes take up the water better. And I'm going to put the celery, you can see the little tubes in it, little tiny, tiny dots. They look like dots on the edge of the celery. I'm going to put this in the water. Now, if I were to wait a half an hour, I could start seeing the capillary action happen. The colored water will move up through the celery, and it won't turn the celery blue, but it will turn the little tubes that are in the celery blue. I'll show you what I mean. I did some earlier, and I'll show you what it looks like. So here we have celery, one in a blue glass of water, one in a red glass of water. And we should be able to see the little tubes having taken up the water in capillary action. So let's see if it worked. I'm going to cut the ends off of the celery, see if we can find the little blue tubes. So, cut it off here. I'm going to look inside. Aha! Here we are. Now you can see it, a little maybe hard to see, but there are tiny little blue dots in the green of the celery. Blue against green is a little tough to see. So let's try the red. Here we have our red liquid and our red celery. Ooh, and that's pretty. You can actually see through the celery a little bit into the tubes. You can see how there's a little pinkish tinge to the celery. That's because the little tubes took up the water. And I'll show you. I'm going to cut the edge off. And aha! Here we see all the little red dots. That shows that the red food coloring was taken up through the tubes using capillary action, moving the water from the bottom of the celery to the top. So celery's nice, but it takes a little while to demonstrate. What if we take something that's even quicker? I'm going to need this, but I'll put the celery aside. Paper towels. Paper towels work by capillary action. When you spill something, if I were to spill that water all over the floor, I might take a paper towel and sop it up. Well, the only reason paper towels work is because the liquid molecules are attracted to the dry molecules in the paper towel, and the water gets soaked up into the paper towel. Let me demonstrate. Here we have a dry paper towel. We're going to put it in our, let's pick the blue. So if we put it in the blue food coloring. And we just put it in there. We're going to see, aha, the water is starting to go up into the white, into the paper towel, and it's moving upwards. We didn't put the whole paper towel in, yet the liquid is moving up, and it's almost to my fingers now. You can see the capillary action in real life. It's much faster than in the celery. So, if we were to leave that blue paper towel there for a little while, like about 10 minutes, we might see this. This is what happens when you leave a paper towel in the blue liquid for about, 10 or 15 minutes. The water travels up the paper towel and it turns the entire thing blue. I didn't put the entire paper towel in the liquid. The liquid was drawn up using capillary action. The liquid molecules were attracted to the dry molecules in the paper towel, and the liquid moved up the paper towel. There's one more fun way we can use capillary action, and I'll show you. Here's a black marker. I can see it's a black marker because the cap is black, and when I uncap it, I can see that it's black. However, there's a lot more colors in this black marker than you might think, and I can show you using capillary action. So here, I drew a picture with this black marker of a beautiful sunrise. I'm here at Sunrise Library, and I thought I'd draw a picture of the sunrise with black marker. If I touch this, I drew this picture on paper towel. And if I put the edge of the paper towel in some water, the dry molecules in the paper towel will attract the liquid molecules. The liquid molecules will move up. They will move by capillary action up the paper towel. And let's watch what they will do to this black ink in the marker. So here I have my bowl of water. I'm going to just very carefully put just the edge of my paper towel into the water, dip it in just very carefully. You can do this at home if you have a black marker. You can see what will happen when we allow, so the water is a little bit on the bottom of the paper towel. We're going to do a little bit more. And as we're holding it in the water, we can see the capillary action happening. The water is beginning to wick up the paper towel, and it is doing something kind of amazing to this black ink. It looks like it's spreading it into unexpected colors. It turns out that this black ink looks like a combination of purple and blue, maybe some green in there. Let me show you what I mean. This black ink isn't so black anymore. It's got a lot more colors in it. In fact, if we turn it around, you can see the colors a little bit better. That's pretty cool. If we were to leave it in here, pretty soon, all of my sun picture would be completely turned into all of the colors that made up the black ink in the marker. So you can do this at home. It's very easy. Grab a paper towel or a napkin or anything that is absorbent and a black marker and draw a little picture on it, or draw your name, or draw the word hi, or maybe draw a star or a sunshine, and put just the edge into a glass of water and watch as your picture, your black ink, turns colors. So just one of the fun and pretty useful things that we can do with capillary action. If you're interested about more activities you can do for STEAM, check out your local branch of your library, or go to our website, lvccld.org. And while you're there, you can get yourself an e-card and check out all the incredible databases and resources we have available on our website. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.